Good morning. We were just out walking around kind of assessing, checking out the trees and seeing what our plan is for the weekend. And so we had some excitement earlier this week with Tom almost dropping a tree onto that new building we were showing you last week. And then we'll introduce you to some new animals on our farm and give you some updates on the other projects we've been working on. On our last video, we did get the question about how do we afford this all, which I know some people will be like, you don't want to ask that question, and a lot of people are like, well, yeah, but seriously, you know. So it's definitely been part of our simple living journey that we've been able to even do all of this. So we will talk about that. We just weren't quite organized to talk about it this morning. We've been like, there's just been so much stuff going on. So
well, I mean, we could talk about it. There's just
we'll talk
a lot of variables.
I want to have a plan. I like having it organized. So,
you know, and I just like to talk as I think, and it may jump around, but
shoot from the hip. So, so we'll talk about it.
So I'll do a video and Dawn will do a video, and you guys can critique
that
them.
would be good. Well, honestly, we probably have very different perspectives of how this came. But anyways, that'll be a story for another day. We will tackle that. But Tom's been working on getting the fence up around the garden, which looks awesome. It's really funny that we were like in a rush to get the irrigation system in because we've had the wettest spring. Normally,
ever.
Yeah, like statistically. And so normally these fields around us would be all green by now, and
they'd be planted and crops would be coming up. They're not even planted yet. And
it looked really pretty. Our hay is growing in the front, so that's good. That'll be getting cut pretty soon. But the stuff in our garden is starting to come up. The tomatoes are doing pretty good. The cucumbers didn't like all this rain.
No.
But our potatoes are coming up too, so that's been really fun. We can show you our baby chicks that we got. So I'll show you those. They're in our little barn here. There they are. Oh, they're all awake.
It's amazing how much they've grown in the last like 2-3 days.
So these chicks are about 3 days old that we've had them, and we always get a lot of questions whenever we talk about our animals, and so I'm just gonna do I have some separate videos. We've been kind of keeping track of day by day with, oh, you got, it's being so loud though. Oh, God, don't put it so close to me.
It's just a baby chick.
I know. Super cute.
Look at the camera, chick.
So, we always get questions like about the brooder box and the lamps and what they eat and everything, where we get them from. So I have some separate videos, and I'm gonna put in a blog post, and we'll link to that below when I have it ready, and we'll answer all those questions there because we're trying not to make our channel about homesteading, but I know these questions come up when we show that kind of stuff. So we've been tracking everything, and we'll show you all that.
And this is only our second year having animals. Yeah. So outside of a cat and dogs, or a dog and cats, this is only our second year having animals. Yeah. So. And
I did not want chickens. Tom
actually. What about turkeys? Did you want the turkeys?
I didn't want turkeys. I had to call the guy at the grain elevator where I ordered from. I'm like, if Tom calls again, do not sell him anything because we have enough animals. And so, so I didn't want them, mostly because I'm just aware of not adding more things to do to our life. But Tom was right. It's been really cool having the egg layers. It's been fun for the kids, and now having chicks again, now it's like, oh, we know how to do this. They're very easy to raise and everything. So but like I said, we'll put separate details on that and we'll link that down below. So we had some excitement last weekend. Tom sometimes gets in a little over his head trying to do projects by himself.
So yes, I do. I usually start something, and then midway through, actually on a good time, midway through, I realize, oh shoot, I probably should have thought about this a little first.
Well, this was a 3-man job.
Otherwise, I'll get almost done, ruin something, and then be like, yep, I see what I did wrong there.
So we had some trees.
So if your husband is like that, I'm sorry.
Not alone, right? We're hoping Tom will grow out of it. So we had some trees here. We need to put a ditch through here. You can see the standing water.
Right now the water isn't shedding the way it's supposed to, so there were trees in the way. The field is low enough, so if we got the trees out of the way, then we could change the grading, and all the water that comes from our yard and everything will all go out around this building and into the field.
They weren't super healthy trees, and they were starting to lean towards our shed we're trying to fix up. And so Tom was able to get 2 of them down and get them to, you know, he did the thing where he notched it out and tipped them into the field. So that was really good. And then we had this last one that was like,
leaning pretty heavily over our building.
So you tied a tow strap to it with your truck.
I climbed it, which I found out that at 35 years old I cannot climb a tree like I used to. So I climbed it, tied a tow strap to it, hooked another tow strap to that tow strap so I could get my truck far enough away. I tried to straighten it up with the truck, that didn't really do it. So I ran down to Dawn's parents' house, which is just a mile down the road, and I grabbed the backhoe and I pushed on it with the backhoe to try and straighten it up. So I ran back and forth between the backhoe and the truck, back in the truck up to tighten it up so I could release the backhoe, push on it with the hoe again, reposition. Anyway, I got the tree from like this to like this, and then I was able to drop it. But before I did any of that, I did the strap, hooked it to the truck, and then I cut a monster wedge out of it, and then I looked at it and I thought, yeah, this is gonna end badly. So that's when I went and got the backhoe.
The funny part is Tom just goes down to my parents now. I don't even think they even ask anymore. You're like, I need a loader, I need a backhoe, like stat, and they're just like, oh yeah.
Like
okay.
now, I need it now.
Yeah. So, but we are grateful. Any of the equipment you see around
Appreciate
our yard
it.
is my parents.
We own we own a lawnmower. That's it.
Yeah. So we're grateful. We wouldn't have purchased a property that needed this much
oh yeah, no.
work if we didn't have the generous resources.
Because even that, we couldn't have even bought a skid loader to do any of the stuff we do. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So that was our excitement of last weekend, but Tom got it down. Other than that, this weekend we're just it rained again, so now we're like wanting to plant the garden and all of that, and we'll see. Tom should be able to finish the fence. We will put up plans for the garden when we have it all done. We'll have final garden plans, and the cost, I don't want to know the cost.
Dude, the cost has gotten insane.
Tom's building
I don't know. Okay, you people who do these gardens with cedar, how on earth do you do it in cedar?
Yeah.
Because I have a running total so far, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's all treated lumber. How do you do it with cedar?
Yeah.
You couldn't grow enough vegetables to make that worth it. You just can't.
But it looks really nice. So
it does look awesome.
So we're glad for that. But otherwise, yeah, we'll hope to get the garden kind of wound up. We need to plant our sweet corn, but again, it rained. So we'll see if
we're like 3 weeks late on the sweet corn, I think.
Yeah, maybe by like tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah,
it could
maybe.
possibly be dry
We'll
enough.
See.
But yeah, the weather has really been throwing a wrench in our plans this spring, but nothing you can do about that. So we hope you have a really great weekend, and we'll look forward to visiting with you again soon.
Ah, my arm's falling off again.